Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about something which is quite important for the understanding of the purpose of creating this new channel called the DECODE IAS. Now it was earlier the name was In Nutshell. So from In Nutshell to DECODE IAS, and the reasons are actually mentioned in my last video. But today in this video I'm going to share what are the actual areas that my subscribers can expect from this particular channel, because I really want the subscribers of mine who are very dear to me and all my viewers, they must understand what kind of material, what kind of feedback, what kind of help they can get out of this channel. Now, in the first, I would like to say that the DECODE IAS will be dealing in 3 different areas. Number 1, it will be dealing in the general studies. Number 2, it will be dealing in the optional subjects. Optionals. So there are more than one optional that I'll be dealing. And number 3 is the judicial services examination. Now this is quite new. Now in general studies, the things that we will be discussing is the ancient, medieval and modern history. I'll be taking 15 classes for both ancient and medieval, and in modern I'll be taking 25 classes, rather 25 videos. Next, Indian polity, I'll be taking 45 classes, rather 45 videos. Then I'll be taking Indian economy, 35 classes, rather 35 videos. Then world history, I'll be taking 15 classes. So history, economy, detailed history, world history, economy, polity and geography. You will be taking 35 videos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last but not the least, very important, is environment and ecology. 25 classes. All right. In optional, I'll be taking 2 different optionals that is quite important. And particularly I have chosen these 2 because I have cleared the prelims and mains 4 consecutive times based on these 2 options only. So number 1 optional will be law. This will be the new thing in this channel. And the second one is PSIR. Both are very demanding subjects. And number 3 is the judicial subjects. Now here, the law papers are divided into 2 parts. Number 1, laws which are substantive in nature. Substantive laws. And there are certain laws which are procedural laws. Now, if you try to understand the system, there are certain things which will be common. Say for example, if you are following well the history part, particularly the modern history part, if you're following the Indian polity part very well diligently, if you're following the world history part very diligently and some parts of economy religiously, then these 1, 2, 3, and 4 subjects will be directly helpful in completion of your PSIR papers and to a certain extent your law papers because of the polity. And therefore, I have chosen these 3 combinations of general studies and optional law and PSIR. And these 2 will certainly help you in your essay papers. And this is common to both UPSC and judiciary exams. All right. So concentrating on modern history and the nuances, the discussions on polity and the politics, the Indian economy, and the discussions on world history will be helpful in your law and PSIR subjects. Apart from this, the areas that will be covered in this new part, that is the law optional, this will be absolutely similar to what you need to understand in your substantive laws. So technically, as and when we will be completing the syllabus of law, you are at the same time completing the law judicial exams substantive laws portion. But this procedural law will be remaining. So this procedural law will be dealt separately. Once we are done with these 2 things, we will be dealing procedural laws separately. All right. Now, when it comes to the syllabus of law, optional law, here it's divided into 2 papers, paper number 1 and paper number 2. In paper 1, 2 important subjects are constitutional law, second, administrative law, third is international law. In paper 2, you have 3 important heads. Number 1, law of crimes, which is nothing but your IPC. Law of torts, it's a civil law. And the third important thing is mercantile law, plus more focus on Indian Contract Act. All right. Now, technically, these entire syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2 consists of substantial laws. And the syllabus of this substantial law for optional law is equivalent to a part of your judicial examination. All right. So we'll have to do this as soon as possible, right? Now, I would request you to focus on these 2 subjects as well. These 2 subjects as well. One is in constitutional and administrative law, and the second one is international law. Because these 2 subjects will have some important links in PSIR paper 2. So if somebody is opting or somebody is preparing for PSIR, they also must listen to the lectures on constitutional law, administrative law, and some parts of international law. All right. Now, when it comes to the syllabus for the PSIR, here also the papers are divided into 2 parts, paper 1 and paper 2. In paper 1, you have political thoughts and thinkers, both Indian and Western, right? And the second part is Indian government and politics, which can be subdivided majorly into two aspects. One is Indian national movement, and the other part is constitution or polity. In paper 2, you have two important branches. Number 1 is comparative politics, and number 2, international relations plus Indian foreign policy. Now you see, if you have given sufficient importance to your Indian polity in GS or constitutional videos for your law optional, then that will be helpful in this portion. If you have paid attention to your modern history classes, that will be helpful in your Indian national movement. All right. Now, if you have paid enough of attention in your constitutional law classes, that will also will have a good impact in your comparative politics. All right. Now, as far as the international relations are concerned, this will also be covered in your general studies. So that will also will be an overlap. All right. So as I mentioned, the way I have chosen the subjects that will be dealt in this particular DECODE IAS classes, is that the general studies will help you to build the foundation, and based on this particular foundation, you can create your forts, your palaces, by preparing well in your optional both law and PSIR. And the more you will get prepared in law, those preparation will again create a foundation for your judicial preparation. And in judicial preparations also, general studies do play an important role. So this is how I have tried to merge each and every subject in such a way that DECODE can generate maximum results for their students. And one thing is also there, that even law is related to PSIR. I hope this structure of DECODE IAS is quite clear, particularly the syllabus as well. In the next video, we will be starting a lecture on two aspects. Number 1, in fact 3 classes. One will be on ancient history. Second would be on law of, say, contract. And third would be political thought or a class on IR. This is how we're going to begin. All right. So stay tuned to our channel called DECODE IAS. Share, subscribe, and get the best benefit out of it. Thank you so much.